But I will say I did not find Nick to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My
Do you guys hear this?
Did not find him to be racist.
And I said in the video, I'm not defending her. And I said in the video, I'm checking her, and I held her accountable, and I told her she has to address the things she said. And I said to her that it wasn't a good idea having Nick Fuentes on there. And I said that he is a racist, bro. And I said,
What's going on, family? Welcome back to the From the Bottom FS channel, man. Today we have another YouTuber, goes by the name of O'Shea Duke Jackson. First time on the channel, you guys. He is talking about just pearly things. Listen, he is on her neck. If you don't know, Just Pearly Things is another YouTuber that said some unsavory things about slavery. All right, so let's just hear what he has to say. Run the clip.
Of course, one of you brothers sent me a video from this brother's channel, who is King Lemuel Podcast. The brother has 1,113 subscribers. Go ahead and check him out. Subscribe to him. And he's done a really good job on chopping up different portions of Just Pearly Things and exposing some inconsistencies. Some of you guys would even consider those to be lies. Now, again, Just Pearly Things says several different things on different platforms that, in my honest opinion, don't make a lot of sense. But her own words are going to, let's say, pull out a certain level of hypocrisy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna play this video, Just Pearly Things Caught Lying on Trigonometry Podcast, and then we're gonna come back.
But then he was denying the Holocaust.
You know, that was crazy. Yeah, that was.
But that's what he does. That's why I'm asking you.
Well,
why?
but we brought him on to talk about race mixing. That's what we brought him on. Now, we're actually not talking about race mixing. Not talking about race mixing.
See?
Not talking about race mixing.
Come on now. And my thing is, it's kind of like, you guys, you knew, you understood what bringing a guest like that on your show is going to do as far as viewership, as far as, you know, people having their opinions on it. So it's like you understood fully what you were doing. And now we are here. The young man right here got the receipts to some contradictions, man. Some contradictions, man. I love the facts. Let's get to it.
Well, but I will say I did not find Nick to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My
Do you guys hear this?
Did not find him to be racist.
and I said in the video, I'm not defending her. And I said in the video, I'm checking her, and I held her accountable, and I told her she has to address the things she said. And I said to her that it wasn't a good idea having Nick Fuentes on there. And I said that he is a racist, bro. And I said that he is a racist, bro. And I said that he is a racist, bro.
My staff actually did not find him to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist.
And I said that he is a racist, bro.
It's like a denial. It's like a full-blown denial, contradiction. It's like, you know, own it. Where's the accountability, man? There's always this huge accountability spiel coming out of the manosphere, you know what I mean? Of the red pill wing, you know what I mean? And it's like, once you're yourself are in the fire, you yourself are being questioned about stuff, you're fumbling the ball, you're fumbling everywhere. All right, you're all over the place. So it's just, where's the accountability, bro? Just hold it down. Like, yeah, I knew what he was about. Yeah, we weren't sure where it was gonna go, but you know, it went left. That's on me. That's all you gotta say.
Racist. My staff actually did not find
And when
him
you
to
start
be racist.
lying,
And I said that he is a racist, bro.
over time, you're
And
gonna
I
get
told
caught.
her how her words were gonna affect black people and why
This
they're
is
not gonna
this
like
is
what
the
she
internet,
said.
people. Come on now.
I've heard it, but I've just never heard it like that, I guess. So
Yeah.
we just brought him on a panel just about race mixing, and they did a whole panel on it.
But then he was denying the Holocaust.
You know, that was crazy. Yeah, that was.
But that's what he does. That's why I'm
Right,
asking
right.
you.
Come on
Why?
now.
But we brought him on to talk about race mixing. That's what we brought him on. Now, we're actually not talking about race mixing.
Come
Not
on.
talking about race mixing. Not talking
on
about
now.
race mixing.
The internet's always undefeated, y'all. Come on.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you, because you do have controversial guests, as we do, and there's nothing wrong with talking to people who are controversial. But
Facts.
Nick Fuentes is a very different kettle of fish, as we say here, right?
Yeah. My opinion is that he was polite overall. He was a good guest.
He was polite overall. He was a good guest. But then you and the guest and one of your staffers, one of your friends, I guess here, going back and forth, he's telling her, like, why are you dating a black person? Ugh, like it's disgusting. Denial, man. This is
My opinion is that he was polite.
Polite.
Overall. He was a good guest.
He was also denying the Holocaust, from what I remember.
Look, I'm not with that. Keep me out of that one. Keep me out of that one. Keep me out of that one. Keep me out of that one.
And again, we can respect what happened with the Holocaust, but then with your own words, you want to disrespect or take away from what actually happened in slavery. Come on, man. What's going on?
Keep me out of that
What's
one.
going
Keep me out
on?
of that one. Keep me out of that one. Keep me out
Keep
of
you
that
out of
one.
that one. Yeah. We hear you. It's crazy, man. The internet is always and always will be undefeated, you guys.
Off base, but let
Okay.
me finish. Okay. I don't know much about environmental stuff, but I know they're full of because the same rhetoric and like system they use is
Hold on. What? The first sentence and then the following statement didn't make any sense. Hold on.
off base, but let
Okay.
me finish. Okay. I don't know much about environmental stuff.
Okay.
But I know they're full of because the same rhetoric and like system they use is really similar to other industries that are full.
Mhm.
So, for example, like women's empowerment and women's like what's it called? Violence against women.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing where like this just sounds really similar. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
But it's like the same system
He's like,
where
yeah.
if you attack the argument in any way, they'll say you hate women.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing where you say, oh, if they attack the Jewish people at all, they'll say you hate Jews. But the difference is that Jewish people have more power and they can, it seems like they can make your life hell.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
But it sounds like the same system that the environmental people use where you don't care about the environment. And then they'll use some horrible thing that's going to happen. Like they would use the Holocaust, but the environmental people will say global warming. The women people will say, I don't know, grape.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But yeah, that sounds really similar.
Yeah, and that's really because the thing is, like, when people call me a Holocaust denier, they make it out like that's my job. It's about creating this narrative that the trauma is the worst trauma that anyone's ever had.
The same way they do that with Roots, because Roots, the founder of Roots said, or the guy who made Roots said in quotes, I wanted to make a myth for my people to live by. That was the quote that he used. So like that kind of sounds similar.
So guys, you've heard what she is saying there. Let me start by saying this. We need to think about something that's very important here. Because with all the people that have defended her, even some blacks.
And to be honest, you guys, we all know there are channels out here that are siding with her. You know what I mean? But we all know what that's really about, man. That dollar bill. There are some people who are going to just side with anything, say anything, and do anything to make an extra buck. Let's keep it going.
We're acting as if this particular person is not intelligent enough to understand what she's doing. Like she's young. I've heard that. Oh, she's inexperienced. She's not racist. She's X, Y, and Z. These are some of the things that we hear in her defense.
Right.
But as it appears to me, and this is proof based off King Lemuel's podcast, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's not just, oh, she didn't know, or, oh, she had no idea how to answer that question. No, this person is intelligent enough to understand what she's doing. She knew exactly what she was doing before Nick Fuentes. she knew what she was doing at trigonometry. But what we keep seeing is that while she's trying to hold people accountable for, you know, their lack of accountability in the relationship space, this person has a hard time with accountability herself. This person can go and say one thing on one show and then turn around and do another on another show, and then have the audacity to call somebody flaky, or have the unmitigated gall to call somebody phony. And I'm talking about how she refers to women. One of the reality is that just pearly things will say anything like a politician at that time.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up there, man. Listen, man, a lot of flakiness going on, man. A lot of missed accountability is going on, man. One of the things, if you're a big, super, you know, conglomerate, you know, YouTube channel, you have to have the wherewithal to understand the responsibility that comes with that and interviewing a person like that. You know what I mean? On top of that, you might want to do a little bit of research before you have them on your show so you can have something to say back to them as far as questioning. But I also find it interesting that she's going on she's going on other channels doing the interviews, and she's completely, almost as if she's not taking accountability for what she said and not taking accountability for what he was saying on the podcast, and she held him to no kind of standard. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Tell me what you guys think down below. And until next time, you guys be safe out there. Peace.